Hello everyone, this has been a while too long actually, so in the middle of March, a few months ago, when I finished the little sets from Super Mega Champions, I finally cracked open a GunPla set almost 4 years after I built my last one. And that, of course, what else there is to build, and the Freedom, for me still the most gorgeous suit ever made in the franchise, so though I will see how the one in the new movie, I more have my doubts, but it's a HG scale, so 144 from Bandai, of course. At first I built the set from the box, only needing some glue to keep one of the beam sabers in check and to attach the dark blue fin point connections, so that fits well. I did apply the decals, but as you will see, they didn't stay on long. After getting a base to place the model, I posed it accordingly to how I envision the Freedom usually, which is with the wings open but the shoulder and hip cannons retracted, the shield up and its beam rifle firing away at the enemies. So I then started painting on the model, for which I went for my traditional manner of the three tones with the bold highlights for contrast, and what this video is mostly all about. Because face it is straight out of the box, while color representative for these kits is still a bit bland after all. So before I actually started the painting, I selected the pose, put them on the base, and then started gluing some joints and things, like the wings firmly into position, so that doesn't fall apart afterwards. I usually glue my GunPla mostly together for stability. Well, yeah, it's a thing. So I started off by doing all the parts that will become white at the end with a layer of Vallejo Gold Grey. So next up, Vallejo Imperial Blue was used as a base coat for the blue parts on the model, so replacing already the decals on the rifle, for example. Black was then added to the dark parts for the chest, the wings, and the shield center. So the next base layers were the dark rubber and blue grays for the gun barrels and the joints of the models, together with some coat arms brown, red, and sand brown to complete the first layer. And from there on, I have a base to work on. That was started with sky gray, also from Vallejo in the gold gray area, so this livened up the model seriously already. In the next painting session, I saw the black and blue areas colored up with respectively Vallejo black gray and intense blues. A few sessions later, the completed second or main color layer was added, last colors added to this being sun yellow and German field gray, both also from Vallejo. Time for highlighting colors now, so this first part is the biggest, as all the white was put on, and it was done at places in 2 layers because, well, white and yellows are always a bit of a pain to have a nice opaque coverage. So with that completed, the next areas to be highlighted were all the blue and black sections, respectively done with the Vallejo Game Color Magic Blue and Army Painter's Necromancer Cloak. With that, large areas of the models were done, and I could move to smaller sections and colors, so small sessions get some good progress in. This was first done with the smaller gray areas, with the gold gray from Vallejo with the weapons and joints, and the fog gray from Army Painter for the railguns on the hip and the color of the body. So that meant in the final session that would be all the reds and yellows, respectively British Scarlet by Coat Arms and Moon Yellow from Vallejo. And that completed the painting itself. So after a coat of matte varnish, I use AK Interactive, by the way. The Freedom model itself is ready. By the way, I don't use spray cans, I use a brush on varnish. So next it is to make a base to improve the stability with the spread open wings. That was a square MDF base. I then already prepared it for when I get an official Megatop base, and then I will add that model to there, so I can just glue it on top, but still have it now in my display cases, nice and stable. The whole base was sanded next, using Amsterdam Art acrylics. I painted warm gray over it, and then a dry brush of olive green, so those cheap, well, rather cheap acrylic paints, they're great for basing. They're too thick to paint normal figures with, but excellent for basing, because otherwise you will see your small paint pots sucked dry. I then proceeded with adding some things to the base, like rocks and tufts and flowers, just to liven it up all a bit and running out smoothly. So yeah, this was a fun build for sure. Most of the paints can be found in any hobby shop, by the way, so great looking model, and here we are with to end it out with a small roundabout of the figure. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you back next time. Bye bye, and Tekken us freedom.